Hi YouTube, this is MsBabybees. Today I'm going to record a review on some products I got from Hotlick like a month ago or maybe 2 months ago. I bought a whole bunch of brushes from Crown Brushes, which were being I guess promoted on the Hotlick site, or was one of the events. And I bought this sort of black snakeskin clutch that came with 15 brushes, ranging from eye brushes, face brushes, etc. And they have red handles, so you can see that. I did do a video on this haul, so if you want to look back at that, I think it should say Crown Brush at the top. I also purchased the C309 Jumbo Chisel Powder, which is a flat paddle brush, the C429 Deluxe Duo Fiber crease brush, which is cool because it's got two, which is a duo fiber, and then also, this is dirty and smushed, but a little kabuki brush. It's really teeny. Okay. Right. The prices were all pretty reasonable. I did post them on that video, so I can't really quite recall what the individual prices are. I'm really going to review the actual quality of the brushes. I don't personally love these brushes. The brushes that came in here are not my favorite at all. I don't know if the quality of these brushes, because they came in sort of a set, are, less than individual brushes that you could buy. But I don't really like these that much. I haven't really used them that much except for this one brush I used a few times. But again, to me these just look poorly made. I wouldn't really recommend every brush in this set, so I don't think the whole set is worth it. It just the ferrule is too open, so the brushes are sort of gaping out of it. It just looks very weird to me. And you can see that the bristles, I don't know if you can actually see. There you go. The bristles are a little bit they're poking out. It's not what I would expect. Even though it does come with a lot of brushes, the quality of the brushes are not that nice. They're not that soft. I have far better brushes. Even for a cheaper price, my Eco Tools brushes are much softer than this. The Real Techniques brushes are much softer than this. My Sigma brushes are softer than this. I just don't, obviously my MAC brushes are softer than this. It's not that they're terrible, it's just that they're not well made. To me, I don't think they're well made. They feel sort of synthetic, which they are synthetic, but even the synthetic brushes that I have don't feel synthetic, and I don't like that. You can see that the bristles don't really go in all the right ways. All of it just says poorly made to me. So I don't really bother with this clutch unless I have to. Unless all of my brushes are dirty, I won't really reach for this. So that is an absolute no. I do really like the dual fiber crease brush. I'm not going to smack every brush because some of them are nice. These were nice. I found these two to be the best brushes that I got out of everything. This is really soft. So I don't know what happened between the set and this, but this is very soft and very nice. The other one's not that soft. This is really dense, really well made. The bristles don't stick out in strange directions. It's nice and fat and dense. I haven't had problems with either of these brushes with shedding. And the kabuki is smushed all the time. I don't know why. It is very teeny, which is fine, but it's not that it's not soft. It just doesn't feel, it feels very pokey on the skin, which I don't like. I prefer my MAC 182 buffer brush, kabuki brush, as opposed to this. This is not my favorite at all. So I don't really have anything to say about this. Really, it was fairly cheap, so this one I can't really complain too much. I still use this just for powder and stuff, and it does work well. It's just not my favorite, so I don't particularly mind this one too much. And it came in a little, whatever this is, kabuki case. Now, a comment about every single brush. Every single brush that I used from this brand, when I cleaned it for the first time, it bled. It bled a lot of the dye out of the brushes. Now that doesn't mean that it lost, its blackness or its pigmentation. Like, it's still jet black. It's still, nice. But I've never had a brush that bled the dye before, and it was very weird. I don't know if it's going to keep doing that, but I don't like that it bled dye at all. The company strikes me as being very, I don't know if I just had a bad experience with some of them, but I can't imagine that every single brush would bleed, the dye of the bristles. I can't believe that it's just my batch. I imagine that every brush from them bleeds dye, and I don't particularly like that, but I do really like these two brushes. It doesn't affect the way that they work, so I can't complain about the quality of these two brushes. These are my favorite brushes, and I do use them quite often, especially the dual fiber crease brush. I use that quite often. The kabuki brush I use often enough. It's not my favorite kabuki brush, but for the price, this is one of the nicest little kabukis that I found for a cheap price. I think it was only, that one was $10, I think. And then the set, I'm not particularly fond about, but there are some individual brushes that I would say are nicer than the rest. I just don't like having to pay, I believe I paid, I want to say like 30 or under for the set, but I don't like paying that much for brushes that I don't particularly love. I have used these before, but they're not, I just need to see, my favorite. I just don't like the set, I think. So maybe their individual brushes, to me it seems like their individual brushes are a better buy than their sets. So even though it might look like it's a better value for the money, I can't fully support buying one of these again. Like, I wouldn't have bought this again. I do like the case. So I will say that I really do like the case, and I find this a really nice way to carry your brushes around. So if you actually just want the case, you can use that for your brushes as like a brush roll when you're going on vacation. I'll probably do that because that is fine and hasn't given me any trouble. I do think that I didn't have any problems receiving products. Everything came in nicely, came on time, but that was through HotLook, so I can't speak about Crown Brush's site, but I didn't have any trouble with HotLook, and I didn't have any trouble with the individual brushes. So definitely recommend the individual brushes. Don't love the sets, but I would try the individual brushes, and I would buy more of these probably. The only thing is I am concerned about the bleeding. I don't really like that, but I'm hoping it was just a one-time thing. It doesn't seem to look like it affected anything, so hopefully it's fine. I will let you guys know if it isn't, but as of right now, this is like a complete review. I think Crown Brushes make some good individual brushes, but they're I think that when they start mass producing their brushes, they're not the best quality. But maybe other people have had better experiences. If you ever bought something from them, comment down below and let me know what your individual experience with them was. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.